Hello. So I'm going to plop this little segment in front of a few of my videos because, well, I don't think a lot of people go to my website, wisconsinlicenseplates.com. But it'd be good to announce some of the upcoming events I'm going to and that are just kind of around. For Wisconsin events, the first event really kicks off March 8th, which is the Wisconsin Nights license plate meet here at the museum. It's free to come. We do have stuff going on the Friday before. You come, you visit, pre-meet dinner, whatnot. People usually stay the night, so usually people reserve a spot so they can camp or sleep in the museum, or I usually have a few spare places in the house. After that, it is the Dairyland meet in Boston, Saturday, April 12th. That's a big one. And then after that would be, rounding off April, would be the Jefferson Car Show, Friday, April 25th and 26th. Now, for some non-Wisconsin events, one I'm particularly going to be at is Peatone, February 22nd. Down in Illinois, so I will be to that one for a change. I am helping another collector do some consignment, and I felt it was best for some of those plates to come down to Peatone because there are Illinois plates there. Something I'm not going to be at, but it's a good one to go to, is Dunkerton, Iowa. It is March 15th. It's a very great meet. It's a very good meet. And you should try to go if you're in the area and want to try something different from the Wisconsin stuff. That's all I'm going to do for now and not get too far ahead in the schedule since it is only February. But figuring February, March, and April events so you can get them on the calendar. But they're all on my website. Under events, I have more details about my stuff under the tab. Let me read this off. WLP meets. So I, on that particular page, have my meets listed out that's hosted here at the museum. Times, dates, coffee and donuts and whatnot. And then under the bigger page, the license plate events, that is all of 2025. The Wisconsin ones are first. Down at the bottom is non-Wisconsin stuff, and then a PDF and an Excel file if you want to download them all. Please check out my website. I'm going to hopefully list some merch, I guess you can call it, for the museum, which we're going to start small with some stickers, and then hopefully if those sell, that will bring in some money to buy more stickers, and then anything extra is going to go for a shirt project, which I'm going to hopefully make some nice shirts for people to buy. Since I've had some interest in it, unfortunately it's really expensive for shirts, so I'm going to try to help subsidize that the best and then try to get an awesome deal. And thank you, Mo, for helping me get set up with the stickers and where to look for better deals on shirts. You should really see him at the meets because he has some really good stuff and really good advice. Anyway, well, this is going to lead right into the video, and thank you for sticking around, and we'll shoot right to today's video. Hi, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. So, after some bumps in the road, we're back. So, as you might have seen in one of the last videos, my equipment setup crumbled, to say the least. So I ended up forking out for a used camera, some budget microphones, a budget light, a stand from my other projects, and here we are. Hopefully this video turns out pretty well, but hopefully it's just better than the last one. So what are we doing today? Okay. So this is probably not going to show up on camera very well, but we have a new logo for the museum, thanks to Joe. He's probably never going to see this. He probably doesn't watch my YouTube. But he did a couple designs for my logo. I got some stickers. Unfortunately, they're holographic, so they're not going to show up on camera very well. But hopefully I'll put a link in the description to Facebook or something, so you can kind of see them, how they are, how they're supposed to look. So what are we going to talk about today? Instead of having a big complicated video, I'm doing something really simple. We're going to talk about 4 different types of normal plates that Wisconsin has, that most other states do. Antique, collector, hobbyist, and historic military vehicle. We're just going to talk about the numbering systems because, some of them are very straightforward, some of them aren't. So what's the straightforward one? Antique. So we have antique auto, very simple, nice, plain design. These started at 1 and they're continuing. I'm not sure what happens after 9999, but we'll find out fairly soon. The other one, let me get a little bit better view. Antique motorcycle. It's a very pretty plate, started at 1A, and they just continue through. I'm gonna try to get a nice close-up of that. I don't know if I can. Maybe there. So, nice, hopefully in focus close-up of that. So this one, fairly straightforward, right? They're different. These don't get remade. So you get another vehicle, you get a different number. This number doesn't stay to you. They don't put letters after it when you get more. This does have a letter after it, but it's constant for every single antique motorcycle plate. Another constant one, Wisconsin historical military vehicle. So these started at 10001 MV. When you get another historic military vehicle, you just get the next number. Next number available, I should say. Fairly nice plate, very, very rare, unfortunately, very hard to find. I actually went out and bought a military vehicle to get this one. Crazy enough. I am not fortunate enough to have a motorcycle version. They are extremely, extremely rare. So I'll have to show you a photo on my phone of one. So 1001 MV is the starting one, but truly, truly rare. But once you get another one, you just get the next number available. Where things change is collector. So collector also started at number 1, weirdly enough. But in Wisconsin, they all did back in the day. And then these guys, I don't have a starting number, but these would have started at 9001. And then after 9999, they went A101. After A999, B101, so on and so on. They have changed since they've maxed out that series. It's 1A101 now. But with these, if you get another one, they put an A after. So, and you can keep going until you max out the alphabet. And then what happens once you max out the alphabet? Well, they put a A in front of your number. Now, these particular set, I cannot be for sure. This could have been someone with a 820 motorcycle that got a car and then got their serial number, or what probably is most likely with this one, they had 820 with their number, they got all their cars, hit Z, went over to A, and then started over again. This is uncommon because it takes a lot of cars to hit your max, but some people do. Now, there are some collectors, like this guy. He's a good friend of the club, good friend of me, good friend of mine, I should say. Nathan. He's a really cool guy, and he really likes motorcycles, and he got his motorcycle number first, and then he got on his car, and he was nice enough to get one to me. So, but this is what we call a motorcycle number on an auto base. Pretty rare. You don't see them very often. I'm trying to do a weird run where I collect one of each letter for a display. We'll see if that ever comes to fashion, but you know. Now, with the collector, you can also get vehicle collector. So this goes on your standard non-collector vehicle with your number. And this is Dale's number, by the way. He's a very, very good friend. Known him since I was little. Now, let's do the flip. This is a auto number on a motorcycle base. Very uncommon to find, a very rare plate. We could go through all the different designs, like this one has a sticker slot, which I can go into detail in another video, but I'm going to try to keep it somewhat on the numbering system. But this is Dale's number, and A means that it's second plate. They used to issue doubles, so you could have your 4116 on your car, and then on your vehicle collector, and then on your motorcycle. They've stopped that now, and they've tried to not duplicate numbers, so one would get no suffix, then A, B, C, but anyway, I digress. Now I can show you a low number, but this is a paint error. This was the color, like the 1981 dealer motorcycle, and I think it just got painted the wrong color since it's black and this baby blue. And the correct is this darker blue and red. But this would have been the 90th plate because they started at 9001. Now, moving on to Hobbyist, it's the same thing. Started at 1 and it just goes up by there. And this is a good friend, Alan. He's down in Florida now, unfortunately. But weirdly enough, they did the same thing with the Hobbyist motorcycle. They started at 9001. These are very, very slow moving because they, I believe, just rolled over these. This is one of my personal ones. Unfortunately, DMV didn't want me to get anything. I could have an error play because up or down, it's the same number. So, and in a later video, we'll talk about full-size Wisconsin spelled out versus whisk, but we won't get it in this video. But here is also a rare one. This is a auto number on a motorcycle base, also Allen's plate. That was really, really lucky to get. But yeah, and I think the new series with these guys are like 1A01, but I will double check that. So that's really that series. Well, that is antique, historic military vehicle, collector, and hobbyist numbering in a nutshell. I think a longer form video of that will come out in the next coming months, where I'll go through every single base and little things. It's a little bit hard to do because antique alone, they had a very pretty purple base, and they would move the keyhole slot, and then they'd have slots for tabs that they never used, and then a long reinforced bar and a short reinforced bar. So there's a lot of different variations in that. Collector's a lot easier. It's like big font, keyhole slot, big font, no keyhole slot, small font, stuff like that, where you can get in the weeds with that for a very, very long video. But that'll come out pretty much, I'll do something later about that. Well, let me know if you have any questions, concerns, or confusions. And hopefully I've worked out the technical glitches on doing videos again. And if this channel takes off, I'll invest in something better. But right now, this is what I have. Just a nice used camera, which hopefully is picking up audio. And I'm not just going to be editing this video and watching my lips move and no sound. One thing before we go, I'm going to grab something else to show on camera. Like that. So this is the stuff that you as a collector love to find. This is a collector special, which means this base is for your non-collector car, but this does not fit any of the format at all. I believe this was made up for a collector. His name is Pete Selfka. I believe this was his initials and then the starting of his address. But unfortunately he has retired from collecting, and I still need to reach out to him and figure out if that's true or not. But I thought this actually fits in with this video. But I think this was special made and not any type of error, where if you were at the last Dairyland meet, one of the winning, I think it was winning favorite plate was an error plate, 19A on the antique base, which was an error. The guy had the 19A motorcycle antique plate, sent it for replacements, and he got a auto plate instead. Eventually he got it corrected, but that error existed. It floated around, and I actually got it from Florida, shipped back to here. Anyway, please leave a comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.